BMW. The BMW N63 engine has earned a reputation as one of the brand's biggest mechanical letdowns. When it debuted around 2008, it was supposed to be a high-performance masterpiece, but instead, it turned into a headache for many owners. The early versions were notorious for burning through oil, blowing turbochargers, and leaking from valve stem seals, all thanks to excessive heat under the hood. Things didn't stop there. Coolant leaks, carbon buildup, timing chain failures, and bad fuel injectors made maintenance a nightmare. To keep it running halfway decent, constant oil changes, new spark plugs, and coolant flushes became routine. It was powerful, yes, but painfully unreliable. Toyota. The Toyota 1ZZ engine came with plenty of energy, a lively, high-revving little motor that begged to be pushed. But behind that excitement was a major flaw that made it one of Toyota's most problem-prone engines. Owners, especially those with the MR2 Spider, quickly discovered the engine's nasty habit of guzzling oil. The excessive oil burning would clog up the catalytic converter, leaving both the engine and converter in bad shape. It was a frustrating issue that turned a fun ride into an expensive repair job. Toyota later redesigned the pistons to reduce oil consumption, which helped, but the problem never completely disappeared. Subaru. The 2.5-liter naturally aspirated EJ engine from Subaru has quite the reputation, and not exactly for the best reasons. This is the engine that sparked every head gasket joke in the book. What started as a promising power plant quickly turned into a bit of a headache for countless owners. Beyond the notorious gasket failures, the engine struggled with deeper issues. Its hyper-eutetic pistons weren't exactly built to take a beating, and the internal oiling system left a lot to be desired. The rod bearings in particular suffered from poor oil flow, leading to wear and tear far too early. In short, it was an engine that looked solid on paper, but turned out to be trouble under the hood. Ford. The Ford Flathead wasn't just an engine. It was a revolution on wheels. As the first mass-produced V8 from Ford, it powered America into a faster, more thrilling era of motoring. But behind the roar and glory came a fair share of headaches. Early models burned oil like crazy thanks to weak piston rings, and the cooling system left the rear cylinders running hotter than a summer day in Texas. The intake manifold struggled to mix fuel and air evenly, causing one side to run too rich and the other too lean. Add in pesky ignition and water pump issues, and you had a temperamental beast that was as flawed as it was iconic. Cadillac. In the early 1980s, Cadillac decided to get futuristic with its new V8 6.4 engine, a bold experiment in cylinder deactivation. On paper, it was genius. Save fuel by shutting down cylinders when full power wasn't needed. But in reality, it was a total nightmare. The system relied on electronic solenoids to control hydraulic lifters, and those solenoids were constantly failing. When they did, the lifters collapsed and the valves misbehaved, creating a perfect storm of problems. Drivers were left battling constant throttle hesitation and unpredictable performance. What was supposed to be a groundbreaking leap in engine tech instead became one of Cadillac's most infamous mechanical flops. Hyundai. The Hyundai and Kia Theta 2 engines became one of the biggest nightmares in the company's history. Nearly 1.7 million vehicles had to be recalled after reports of engines seizing up long before their time. The root of the problem came down to a small but critical manufacturing flaw. During a process called deburring, tiny metal shavings were left behind inside the engine. Those bits of metal circulated through the oil system, blocking vital lubrication and destroying the connecting rod bearings. Even engines that didn't fully fail became noisy and unreliable. It was a massive quality control disaster that ended up costing Hyundai and Kia billions, all because of one overlooked step. Chevy. The early 2.2-liter Ecotec engine became notorious for all the wrong reasons. Found in everything from the Chevy Cavalier to the S10 pickup, this four-cylinder promised performance but delivered headaches instead. Drivers complained that it lacked both power and durability, and even car magazines warned people to steer clear. Its biggest flaw? Timing chain tensioner failures and oil leaks that could spell disaster at low mileage. The engine's poor reliability was so bad that when GM moved on to the next generation, they just completely redesigned it. A lesson learned the hard way. Nissan. Japanese engines are usually known for being bulletproof, but Nissan's QG series, especially the 1.5-liter and 1.8-liter versions, proved to be the odd ones out. Now, these engines were plagued by poorly designed piston rings that wore out far too quickly, leading to insane oil consumption. Some owners reported burning more than a liter of oil every 1,000 kilometers, and with an oil sump holding less than 3 liters, that spelled disaster if you weren't constantly topping up. Many engines simply failed long before their time. Nissan did replace the faulty ones under warranty, but outside of that, repairs were so costly that most owners found it smarter to replace the whole engine instead. Lexus. The Lexus IS250's V6 engine was, frankly, a major disappointment. Designed by Toyota, this 2.5-liter setup became infamous not for breaking down, but for being underwhelming. With only about 200 horsepower on tap, thanks largely to tight emission restrictions, it simply couldn't deliver the performance Lexus fans expected. Combine that modest power with the car's hefty weight, and you had an engine that felt sluggish and unenthusiastic, struggling to move with any real urgency. Lexus tried to distract buyers with plush interiors and premium features, but nothing could hide the truth. This V6 lacked the soul, speed, and excitement a luxury sedan truly deserved. Jaguar. Jaguar's V12 engine was a true beast, but not always in a good way. It was big, bold, and beautifully over-engineered, yet notoriously unreliable. The problem started with its sheer size. Most engine bays simply couldn't handle all that metal and muscle. The cramped space trapped heat, which roasted the electrical wiring until it frayed and failed. And then there were the hoses. So many hoses. With that maze of rubber running everywhere, leaks and disconnections were practically guaranteed. When one thing went wrong, it often dragged the rest of the system down with it. In short, Jaguar's mighty V12 was powerful on paper, but a ticking time bomb under the hood. Oldsmobile. The Oldsmobile diesel V8 became the ultimate symbol of how not to build an engine. In a rush to jump on the diesel trend, Oldsmobile decided to cut corners, big time. Instead of engineering a proper diesel from scratch, they simply converted their existing gasoline V8 into one. The result? A mechanical disaster. These engines were weak, unreliable, and often failed spectacularly, sometimes right after leaving the dealership. What was meant to be an efficient innovation quickly turned into a nationwide headache. The fiasco didn't just damage Oldsmobile's reputation, it practically killed America's trust in diesel cars for decades, proving that saving money up front can cost everything later. Land Rover. This Land Rover diesel engine was meant to be a powerhouse, but turned into a nightmare instead. Born from a partnership between Land Rover and PSA, it quickly earned a reputation for disaster. Within just 4 years, a shocking 32% suffered crankshaft bearing failures, while early models were hit with serious oil pump defects. Many engines didn't even make it past 60,000 miles before completely giving out, leaving owners with repair bills that could top $12,000 in today's money. The chaos was so widespread that Land Rover eventually threw in the towel, ditching the design entirely and moving toward developing its own in-house diesel engines for future models. Saab. Saab's B204 and B234 turbo engines delivered thrilling speed, but they came with a fair share of drama under the hood. These power plants struggled badly with heat management. The front of the engine block could get scorching hot, and the turbocharger's poor insulation only made things worse. When temperature spiked, the crankshaft bearings could actually shift out of place, leading to catastrophic engine damage. To make matters even trickier, both the 2-liter and 2.3-liter versions were infamous for building up thick oil sludge. The only real defense? Changing the oil constantly. So while these Saabs were fast and fun, they also demanded patience, deep pockets, and an endless supply of fresh motor oil. Volkswagen. The Volkswagen 2-liter pancake Type 4 engine from the 1970s was anything but exciting. Despite its quirky name, this air-cooled lump barely produced 88 horsepower when new, and decades later, it's likely coughing up even less. Push the pedal, and it wheezes up to 4,300 RPM, sounding more like a Harley engine stuck in a blender than something meant to power a car. To make matters worse, it came with an early Bosch fuel injection system that was complex and temperamental. Charming as the car itself might be, this engine was slow, noisy, and fussy, a mechanical mechanical relic from another time. Mitsubishi. If I had to pick the most underpowered engine in modern cars today, this would probably be it. The Mirage's tiny 1.2-liter 3-cylinder produces a mere 80 horsepower, and that means simple tasks like merging or passing feel like a full-blown workout. The sound? Oh my goodness. The engine is loud, generating this truly awful drone that echoes through the entire cabin. It's not unreliable, it's just painfully slow and about as thrilling as a blender on low speed. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, be sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel down below for more content like this.